Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. You can find us in Campbellville, Ontario. We have rescued chickens, pigs, and cows and goats. We've got plenty more farmed animals, big and small, all for love and love for all. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Our mission is to inspire kindness and compassion for farmed animals everywhere. You can help us take action by volunteering or through donations, or visit our store and check out our website to learn more. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Happily ever after Farm Sanctuary.
Hello! Hi, friends! It's so good to see you. Happy Monday! There is quite a glare on the screen today, isn't there?
Why?
All my dirty fingerprints. I think it's a lot of them. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. My name is Derek.
My name is Andrea.
This is Andrea. And Andrea is the resident healthcare manager. And I'm executive director and one of the founders here at Heaves. Welcome to everybody. We hope you're having a fantastic day wherever in the world you are tuning in from. This is one of my favorite days of the week.
Yes.
And that's because we get to see you, all of the supporters, and feel all of the love from around the world coming in. Ooh, the comment feeds are lighting up. If we squint our eyes, I can see we have Eileen from East Yorkshire, England. My
There's
goodness.
two back-to-back East Yorkshire, England.
Oh, is there? Oh, so there is. I wonder if you folks know each other. Eileen and Sandra.
It's two different people.
It is totally. I wonder if you folks know each other. Oh, and then she's saying hello back. Oh, there is. I love the friendships that begin.
So
and I love that we're all joined here today to hear all of the latest news around the farm. We are, of course, located in Campbellville, Ontario, Canada. And some of you have ventured upon the farm so far this year to take a tour and to volunteer. And this past weekend, we had tours. And it was so great to see a whole boatload of you here. So thank you so much for joining us. And we've got some more work days coming up and more
Exciting.
tours.
Lots to do.
Yeah, Andrew's going to tell you about where you can sign up for all that.
You can sign up on our website, happilyeverster.ca / admin.
Yeah, that's right. Below in the comment feed, every Barnside Chat and every post that goes up, there are kind admin volunteers that help keep this page a safe space, because sometimes it attracts people that have negative Nancy comments to say, so they squash them out, and they also correct us when we say something that's inappropriate or
/
incorrect.
events calendar.
Oh, right, there
One day
it is.
we'll remember that.
Oh, Queensland, Australia. Hello, down under, Lorraine. I think it's tomorrow already there.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? They're in the future.
It's not Monday?
They are in the future.
It's not Monday.
Oh, yeah, they're in the future. They always experience New Year's Day first. Like, I know when you're watching on TV,
Yeah.
they're the ones that are shooting off fireworks the first. So I believe
Exciting.
it's tomorrow there already. So what's it like tomorrow?
Maybe Tuesday?
Yeah, maybe Tuesday. We're getting sidetracked here on the
I
comment
do.
feed. Who else has got Niagara on the Lake? Okay. Nice to see you. Michelle, hello. Jeannie. Oh my! Somebody can't wait for Andrea's weather report.
Neither can I.
It's turning into quite the.
It's one time I see the weather for the week too.
It's
always a surprise.
Gets us lined up.
Yeah.
It's a good tradition. I'm happy
I like
we're
it.
happy that we're doing it. Let's just jump right over into Kevin. Kevin does not work on Mondays, but he's still going to join us with a video. So here's a quick video from Kevin over at Facilities Maintenance Team.
Good morning, everyone. Kevin here. Just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of the new pig barn. We're really pushing to do the pig integration soon, which means this barn has got to be done very, very soon. So we still have a bunch of stuff to do, but we are hard at work at it. Just wanted to share this outside space with you all because it is so green and so beautiful. And we're really looking forward to getting the pigs out here as one big happy family. See who decides to live with who and who's living in which barn. It's going to be really exciting. So look forward to more barn build updates coming soon. When we have the soft stall installed, the walls will be done. This will be all cleaned up and graded. The gates will be installed. Super, super exciting. You know, it can be hard to visualize the perspective of where this new area is. So I've annotated our site map here. On the right, you can see the main barn. And then they're going to cut across, actually just by Esther's yard. They'll go up to the piglet barn. Then they can go all the way up and along the railroad tracks here. And then they cut down the cattle pasture into the second forest, which is beautiful, right across the road. And then to the new barn, which is in pasture 10. We're also working on a first-person time-lapse from the Forest 1, which is over by the main barn, all the way across to Forest 2 and Pasture 10, which is where the new pig barn is. So look forward to that coming soon. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.
Okay, Kevin's got some tricks there, didn't he? I want to know how Kevin did that little line drawing across. Kevin's really up to his game. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin.
It was cool to see.
Yeah, it was. I was like, it's quite a long way.
Yeah.
It's quite.
Even explain to our volunteers, it's hard to they go here and then they go there. The whole property.
They're ever since we have that site map, we have named all of the pastures.
So
and yeah, it is crazy helpful. And I still don't know them all yet because
there's some I have to
I have to look at that. I have to look at that map. But they start at the barn and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all the way across the farm. And that new barn has been in the works for over a year now. Mm-hmm. We've had shortages in terms of people that can work here, and also shortages for contractors, and contractors doing weird things. And we have been anxiously awaiting that space so that the pigs can all be integrated. I can't wait for that, and I'm also terrified of that.
Yes.
I was thinking about it the other day, and I want to hear how you think it's going to happen. Tell us a little bit what we can expect for pig integration.
So the last group integration we did, the 6 Farm X pigs with whoever was in the main herd at that time. So it was like 2 groups. Group integrations can be interesting because there's a lot happening. I think Sammy's really going to be interesting to see where he ends up because he's at the top of his herd. So when he meets other folks who are at the top of their herd, like April and Dan, I think that's going to be... And then the rest of the piglets, I don't know, because some of them are smaller than the other folks in the main herd, but some of them aren't. I don't know. Every time I guess of what somebody's going to do in an integration, they always trick me. They always fool me.
I was doing a private tour on Saturday for a couple of really nice folks from Huntington Beach, California.
Ooh.
And they won the trip here to Heath's, the full expense paid.
Nice.
Flight for two and hotels and car and spending cash. And they won that during the Holiday Magic 2021 raffle. And we started talking about pig integration. And I just went off into this like, oh my gosh, we have to do this. It's coming up. And one of the things that came up was like, well, maybe, like, should we take the 2 or 3 strongest pigs in Sammy's herd and like the 3 or 4 strongest pigs that are on the top of the hierarchy on the big side, and then integrate those folks first before trying everybody?
Yeah, because we don't have to do like 2 groups.
And then I was like, I don't know if that's going to work, because the dynamic changes so quickly.
It does.
And
their hierarchy is so important to them.
So I was like, I don't know. This sounds like a longer process to separate.
It would be, but that could be an option.
I am scared of this integration.
Yes.
Just FYI.
At the beginning, it's going to be intense, and then they'll all settle. But the beginning is going to be really intense.
I think it's more scary for me now because of how many pigs there are and how many sets of eyes it's going to take to follow 30 pigs that are going to be scattering across the property. From you saw on Kevin's video how much space they have access to. The great thing about the farm now, opposed to 5 years ago, is just how many sections we have and how many gates and how much control and how many hallways that there are now. So we can isolate individuals quickly, but getting them back to where they should be is going to be like playing chess with 30
It is like playing chess. A lot of things we do here is like playing chess. Like just trying to think a few steps ahead and making them think it's their idea. It'll be interesting.
I am. My shoulders are pulled in, and I'm like, oh! If you have a question, please put it in the comment feed below, and we are going to take some questions from the Magic Rainbow Bag. You heard all about the Magic Rainbow Bag. Every beginning of the show, we play the Heath's Barnside Chat jingle, and here is the Rainbow Bag. The Magic Rainbow Bag. And it's magic because your questions magically end up inside of the bag. Sometimes funny questions or inappropriate questions show up, and we'll go, we're not going to read that on the air. So let's see. Let's see. There's a knife in there. Be careful.
There is a knife in here. What's happening?
I went home with Kevin's knife last week. This was, remember Kevin opened...
we opened his mail.
We opened
his
up
Amazon wish
caulking,
list.
And we also opened up...
We sure did.
We sure did. Okay.
Okay, first question from Maggie. How do you handle visits from local wildlife? Are there any visitors that are particularly troublesome? Are they standoffish or reasonably friendly as wild animals speak? We have a ton of wildlife here. It ranges. We have visitors. The biggest thing is keeping areas clean so we're not attracting any wildlife, because even something like attracting squirrels or rodents can attract bigger predators, which we don't want. That's the biggest thing, is keeping areas really clean. So we do have visitors. And
there's visitors all the time.
Yeah.
Keeping the
We're
grass.
surrounded by woods.
Yeah. We live right in the middle. Actually, I think we are the visitors to the wildlife for sure.
Yeah.
We try to keep the grass trim low on the skirts of the farm. That way, so predators can't hide in the low grass. And if we sight, a coyote or a fox, it always gets called out on the walkie-talkie. And we always note it in the log to see if we have a regular visitor coming around, because quite often if it's happening, when we realize it on one day, it's happening every day after that. They just, we had that problem last year with a fox. We live right in the middle of it. We've seen porcupines and skunks and raccoons and the squirrels and wild ducks. Andrew, tell them what we saw in this. Remember what we heard?
Yeah, you heard. Well, I heard a bit, and then you told me after. Were they were they bald eagles?
They were
They're
bald.
bald
They
eagles?
were 2 bald eagles.
I thought I
flying.
saw one flying one day, and I was like, am I making that up? Are they around here?
They
are.
They have a very distinct screech. And I was sitting in the chair in the backyard over there working on my computer, and I heard it a few times. I was like, what's that noise? Is that one of our residents?
Yeah. You
And
hear something different.
I was like, no, that's a bald eagle. And I jumped up and was trying to find where it was coming from. And yeah, there were 2 bald eagles flying around the property.
Super cool.
I've seen them before, but it's not too frequent. So that was exciting. I did catch footage of it, them flying around, but it just looks like it could be any 2 birds flying around the sky. It's, when you see something, you're like, oh, wow. And then you put your camera up, and then it's just this tiny little pinprick, and you're like, well, that looks ridiculous.
We have a crow family that's been here for a really long time.
They have grown since 4. There were 4 when I remember. Now there's like 7 or 8 of them.
There's a group. They really stick together, and they come out every morning when Obama's eating his breakfast eats in the pasture, and they call each other because they come and eat the leftovers every morning.
Yes, I want to leave them a presentation platter, and then give them something every day, and see if they bring me something back, like Bitcoin
I always put
or
a
diamonds,
little, like whatever I'm bringing out, I throw a little bit at them.
Oh, that's kind.
Yeah, I try. Like usually they just fly away. But...
I'm gonna get a silver charger plate and put it up on top of one of the fence posts, and then leave a little love note and some things for them. And I've heard that crows will exchange you. You can give them a present, and then they will bring you a present.
They're really smart.
I will
really like
I will die if a crow leaves us. I will die if I make friends with a crow.
We've been hoping that this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Lots of wildlife. Turkey vultures, tons are always flying around.
That's right.
Tons of wildlife.
All right, let's do another question. That was a good question.
I like that question.
Yeah, good question. Here we go. If you have a question, make sure you put it in the comment feed below. And if you are nervous about asking the question in a public forum, maybe you're embarrassed. You don't have to be, of course, but maybe you are. You can private message the page, or you can email info@happilyeverafter.ca, and we'll make sure to manually print them off and put them in the bag, opposed to them appearing by magic from the comment feed.
It's a little different way.
It is. It's a little reverse here. Pat Jenkins wants to know, I heard Andrea say that they change out the transdermal fentanyl patches every few days. Do you have to shave that area every time so the meds can be on their skin? Thank you.
So that's referring to 4 of our sheep, are very elderly sheep. Doug and Sean are over 15 years old. They all have really bad arthritis, and they are kind of maxed out on pain meds, and one of their pain meds is fentanyl, and it's a transdermal patch. So once that goes on, that'll get absorbed by the skin for 3 days. And then we change it out. So when we do apply the new one, we do shave every time, because the amount of wool growth, it needs to sit right on the skin. And we do it on the neck just so we can wrap it really nicely. And we do shave every single time. So every time we take a patch off, it's hairy again. Yeah. You want to make sure they're working properly.
And oily.
Yes,
too,
yes.
Right?
The lanolin. We use alcohol swabs to clean the lanolin off as well.
Good question. Louise Emerson wants to know, could you give an update on the bluebells on Memorial Trail? Yeah, absolutely. The bluebells, they came up this spring, they flowered, and now they've blended into all the other ground cover that the undergrowth in that wooded area. And they have multiplied, and they have gotten girthier, and so the bunches are bigger. And that's on Memorial Trail, so it looked beautiful in the early spring. So May, June, they were flowering, and then the flowers shrivel up, and the green sort of wispy grass things stay. So yeah, that's a good question. It looks beautiful. You want to do one more question?
Yes.
Yeah, one more question.
Reach past this knife. Marshall, are there any animals on the farm that don't listen to you guys? All of them.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the volunteers asked me earlier if all the pigs know their names, and I think they do for the most part, but whether they respond or not, that's totally up to them in the moment. Yeah, they all do. Nancy knows his name, he runs over, but if he doesn't feel like it, he's not going to listen to us. When we're doing anything with residents, especially larger ones we can't physically pick up and move and do things with, I always aim to just make them think it's their idea. That's my trick. But it doesn't always work. It's just what I start with, and if that doesn't work, then we get food involved, or we get other things to entice them.
Okay, here's a good question. Do you want to read it and think about it, and then?
Is this person's name Chesterfield?
I don't think this person's name really is
Only the
Chesterfield.
Canadians will know this reference.
That's funny. I was like, I didn't notice that at first.
That's the only thing I noticed.
Oh my gosh, I have.
Interesting.
Okay, so this question comes from Chesterfield. Yeah, right. I see so many sanctuaries struggling these days. What is the number one tip you would give to help them turn things around? Okay, this definitely, there are a lot of things that you could do to turn things around, but the number one thing that I would say is, there's so many things that I want to say as number one.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to put them all sort of on equal.
Okay.
If you're struggling, stop taking in animals.
That was my first thought.
Number one.
That was my first
like
thought.
struggling, no more animals.
Mhm.
Like
It's
you
hard.
have to lose that savior
one of the
complex.
hardest things, yeah.
You're definitely not going to be able to save them all, and you need to make sure that you are doing your due diligence with the residents that you are currently in your care. The next thing that I would do after you have restricted intake is showcase your residents on social media regularly. 6 posts a day. You have to create content, and that will start to create a larger audience for you, and that will start to create a larger audience of people that care for your residents and care for your mission. Those are the 2 most important things that I would say. Stop taking in animals, and then make sure that you are posting about them constantly. Constantly. Tell their stories over and over and over again. Just because you've posted about their story one time does not mean that your entire Facebook audience sees it or hears it and that it resonates with them. You have to find different angles and different ways to present it, and constantly present it, because only a small percentage of the people that are on your Facebook actually are seeing those posts. So post frequent, post often, stop taking in more animals. Did I cover that?
That was my first thought, was the animals.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good.
I know a lot of sanctuaries struggle with that, and that's like one of the hardest things, is determining who you're going to take.
Absolutely. Friends, if you have a question you'd like answered in the Magic Rainbow Bag, make sure you put it below in the comment feed below, and we will make sure that it sees the bag for next week. If your question has been in the bag and has not been answered yet, there are still questions in the bag from weeks previous, so don't worry about it. You can ask the question again if you like. Nothing is sacred, so go ahead and put it in the comment feed below. We have something exciting coming up on the farm. Okay, we got to blaze through this info here. Okay, we're going to blaze through a bunch of info because we have...
Quick fire.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick fire. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends from all around the world, it's time for Andrea's Weather Report.
Here we go, if I can see it.
Yeah, if you can see it.
Okay.
Here
Today
it is.
is beautiful. Somebody just commented it looked really nice. We've gotten a break from the heat, which I'm super happy about. And today is 25 degrees Celsius. And it's nice today. No rain, but we have had rain recently. And this week is looking, ooh, I like these temperatures. 25, a little bit of rain. Nice. The residents are happy with this weather. Everybody's out today.
No more heat warnings.
Oh, I love that.
This was last week. This was a heat warning that basically took over all of Ontario. It was really bad. So we've got the weather report in. The weather's beautiful right now. The nights
perfect.
are cool.
Yes.
We're almost at that dew point, like where there'll be dew, like where the grass will be wet.
Almost.
So it's almost time to plant some more pasture seed in some of the areas that have been turned upside down or totally eaten down. So it's almost time to throw down some seed. And it's almost time to throw down some seed in other ways. And that's because there's the Watermelon Smash Party happening on August 28th at 5 p.m. Donate a virtual watermelon. Head on over to happilyeverafter.ca. Our kind admin volunteer, Christine, is going to put the link below on how you can partake in the Watermelon Smash Party. Oh my gosh. The Watermelon Smash Party was just so much fun last year. This year it's on August 28th at 5 p.m. We'll be smashing watermelons for all of the residents. All you need to do to join us online for this virtual event is donate a watermelon or 2 or 3 or more. And here is a highlight reel from last year. Enjoy!
what I know now, I would do it all again in a heartbeat. Take those fragile years, all your worry and tears, and put them on me. Oh, I must admit, when I think of how far we've come, it was worth the risk, 'cause it dug us a deeper love. Never in a million years did I think I'd get so lucky. Never in a million years did I think you'd be mine. And now I can't imagine a life without you, and every song that I write's about you. Just thought you should know, I'll never let you go. Never in a million years. Never in a million years. Honey, I've been thinking about how we've come to be found in this moment. Makes it easy to believe, must be more to you and me, something magic. And I must admit that every morning I wake up, either I must be dreaming or I must be lost in love. Never in a million years did I think I'd get so lucky. Never in a million years did I think you'd be mine. Now I can't imagine a life without you, and every song that I write's about you. Just thought you should know, I'll never let you go. Never in a million years. Never thought life could be so good, but it's so good with you. Never thought life could be so good, but it's so good with you. Never thought life could be so good, but it's so good with you. Never thought life could be so good. Never in a million years did I think I'd get so lucky. Never in a million years did I think you'd be mine. And now I can't imagine a life without you, and every song that I write's about you. Just thought you should know, I'll never let you go. Never in a million years.
Girl, Bobby girl. Oh my goodness.
That was really nice.
Yeah, I kind of feel a little bit weepy there seeing Bobby girl at the end.
Yeah.
It was Angelo's first watermelon smash and Bobby's last watermelon smash. If you'd like to join us for this year's Watermelon Smash Party, it's happening on August the 28th at 5 p.m. Please head on over to happilyeverafter.ca and you can donate a watermelon and we will smash it. We're going to smash it in your honor, and the residents are going to eat all the melons. Okay, friends, this is the last little bit of
Yay!
information. We have two ducks currently named Duck and Duck Duck. And we have names picked out for Duck and Duck Duck.
I can't wait.
There, let me get that. There we are. Aha!
Ooh.
Look at that. So Duck and Duck Duck will now be known.
Drum roll.
Oh, you want me? Let me get a drum
We
roll.
have one?
We do. Yeah, there's. Yeah, there. Drum roll. Let me see if I can. The names are Elaine and Kramer.
Oh, I remember when somebody said that in the comments.
Elaine
That's
and
perfect.
Kramer.
That really suits him.
It totally does.
Yeah.
The hair, the crazy
Yes.
hair, right? He's
Yes.
got floofy.
Yeah, he's got
He's
floofy
got
hair, kind of a
floofy.
flat head.
Just,
I love that.
yeah,
It really suits him.
Elaine and Kramer, so we can
Welcome.
formerly known as
Oh no,
Duck.
you put that on
I
there.
formerly known as Duck Duck. Some beautiful shots of the sky this week.
Oh, wow.
This week was also a full moon. Everybody was out howling at the moon. It was so beautiful. You can see it just between the trees here. This is during the day. I went for a walk a couple nights ago, and in the big pasture number 6, 17 out of 19 pigs were sleeping outside
camping.
all over the place.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
really cute.
awesome. The
They've
only
made
2
their little
pigs.
spot.
See if you can guess which 2 pigs were sleeping inside. Put your guesses below, and we'll let you know which 2 pigs were not so much into camping outdoors, and they were more into the Hilton, the red Hilton that is behind us.
There were 4 pigs sleeping in the main barn this morning. Everybody else was out in pasture.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Just 4.
I can't wait to hear who those 4 pigs were.
Should we tell you now?
No, well, yeah, go ahead. Tell
Yeah,
me.
the redheads. It was Tammy, Abigail, Jolene, and Fiona.
Interesting.
Just packed together in one of the stalls. The entire rest of the barn was empty. Everybody was out camping and sleeping in the pasture.
Friends, thank you so much for tuning in to Barnside Chat. My name's Derek.
My name's Andrea.
And we will see you next week on Heath's Barnside Chat. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.